Hey guys, welcome back to part 3. I sanded down those couple spots before I started recording. There's really no point in me showing you more sanding. So I fixed that up there, and then there was quite a few scratches and stuff on the bottom on the back. I'm not going to tape off the inside of the cabinet for the primering. Once I get ready to paint it, then I'll tape it off. So what we're going to do now is mix up a little primer. This is going to be a real short video. We're going to put a couple coats of primer on this cabinet and then let it dry. And then the next step is going to be fixing the base and then sanding down the primer and getting it ready for paint. So my primer's here. It's just about mixed up. We got to put some hardener and stuff in it. This is from Summit Racing. It's a 2K urethane primer. I use it all the time. I love it. I think it works really well. It dries fast. I put a little bit of reducer in it just to thin it out. Let me turn on my air dryer first. I'm gonna grab a little reducer here. And this is a 4-to-1 mix. So 4 parts primer, 1 part hardener, and then this is a medium hardener, so it dries faster. When I use filler primer, these lids, I take the screen out, because if I don't take the screen out, it'll clog up almost instantly. I'll just use a regular strainer. And I'm going to put 10% reducer. So let me see if this cup, if you can see it. 4-to-1-to-1. So we're going to go to 4. Then we're going to go to 4, and then we're just going to go to 10%. So that's going to give us our mixing ratio that we want to use for this. It is good to strain this stuff because there are always clumps in it. So straining it is definitely a must. When you use these kind of cups with these lids that have the strainers, you don't have to use these. But like I said, for the filler primer, you don't really have a choice. But Summit Racing, you can get yourself a gallon of primer, reducer, and hardener for probably $120, $130. And that'll get you probably 4 cabinets. So it's actually fairly cheap once you add it all up compared to trying to roll it on or anything like that. But if that's your only way of doing it, then that's fine too. So let's get this out of here. So we're going to take this up to the number 4 line. This stuff is real thick, so it doesn't like to come out of the strainer very fast. So try not to over pour. I'm gonna have to buy another gallon. I'm almost out. But you see this coming off the lid right here? That big hump is gonna fall into that strainer eventually, and the strainer will catch it. If you don't, it goes into there, then it gets stuck in the gun, and then the gun just stops spraying well. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up to 4. We'll let that strain for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna do 1 part hardener and then 10% reducer. And then we're gonna go out there and put some primer on this cabinet. Okay, let's get ready to put some primer on. Now, I'm going to put 2 to 3 coats on the sides and the front, and I'm only going to put like a coat on the back where I did the bodywork touch-up. On the front here, all the black areas, that will not get any primer. It'll just get black paint. The reason why I do that is I try to keep the wood grain so it still looks original. If you start primering that black areas, it fills in the wood grain, and then it just looks like plastic almost. So, all right, I'm gonna plug in the gun and we're gonna get some primer on this. Okay, that's our first coat. We're gonna let this dry for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna put another coat on. Obviously I get a little bit of primer on the black down there. Really not much you can do about it. And before I paint and I tape off the inside of the cabinet, I always take my sander and sand down the inside of the cabinet just to clean any dirt and stuff off that's stuck to the bare wood. And then I tape off all the bare wood areas, and then we'll paint all the black areas. Mix up a little bit more, and we're going to put a third coat on. So I'll be right back. Okay, that's it. That's 3 coats. That's got to dry now for a good day or so. And then we can sand that down and fix any nicks and stuff we have. And I might do a little bit of a spot primering over any of the areas that I fix. And then after that, it'll be ready for paint. But the next step on that cabinet is going to be, we are going to fix the bottom. And then I also need to make a back door. If anybody's wondering, this spray gun here is a cheap one from Harbor Freight. It's like $89. I use this for filler primer. It has a really big tip on it and it sprays out that thick primer. I don't buy expensive primer guns because they just get destroyed. And all my spray guns are HVLP guns, which stands for high volume, low pressure, which means these guns only need 28 to 32 pounds of pressure to spray, and they put out a high amount of product. So a lot of product comes out with not having to use a lot of air. So it's nice, especially if you're at home and you're using a sprayer and it's winter time and you're trying to keep the overspray down in your garage or something like that. You can make a little tent out of plastic or something like that and put a fan in it and suck the overspray out. But having a lower pressure spray gun is definitely going to help with your overspray, how much you get in the air. But other than that, that's going to end part 3. This is just a quick video of primering and what kind of primer and stuff I use, in case anybody's wondering. I might have to wait until Monday to work on the base of that. I think it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, and I don't really have room in the shop to cut wood right now, not with that car in here. So I might just have to do the woodworking on it on Monday afternoon. 1 second here. All right, guys. Well, let's go out there and just look at it. It's still kind of wet, but fall primer. Like I said, I'll sand down inside the cabinet to get rid of any of that dirt and stuff that's in there. But you didn't really get any overspray in there. I was real careful not to get overspray inside the cabinet, so we should be good to go. All right, guys, that's going to end part 3 of the Donkey Kong 3 restore. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. If you're liking what you're seeing, please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow or Monday, not sure yet. Probably tomorrow, because I got the 3-plate chips and I have the battery and stuff for the Satan's Hollow, so I'll probably put that together.